3, 2, 1.
When we last left you, I took you to the Cape Coral Farmers Market.
You guys have the best tomatoes around, so
Thank you.
Thanks.
you're more than welcome.
We finally had our boat renaming ceremony.
Be named Pillager. Pillager. Well, I got, how many teeth?
And we had one hell of a
Maybe
pirate
a full
feast.
set between a lot of us.
I have 7.
So this is a produce basket that Dan and I worked on. You know, a square knot or a reef knot is not really square, but this little knot comes with all of its all the working ends coming out at right angles to each other. So it's actually square, and you can see the back side in the blue there, how the pattern looks on the other side. It's quite an interesting little knot. Turns out it's called something called a Chinese crown knot. And I'm only showing you this now because, well, one, I was quite proud of it when we did it. I showed Dan that knot, and he's like, "Yeah, we're making our cargo net. We're making a produce net out of that." And I didn't have much choice. In true Dan fashion, he was like, "Nope, we're doing it." And he got the colored rope, and I think he'd already had in mind to do it, to make it. But we set out, and he actually captured a really cool time lapse of us putting this net together. On the previous vlog, he had that captured, and it was one of the last things that he put out on the previous vlog. And that footage mysteriously disappeared. I wanted to show you it, and I want to show you the tying of the knot, actually. It's pretty simple, and I think I can get this set up to where I can show you kind of how we did this. If you hold this net up, this cargo net, there's actually a diamond in the middle that is a mix of both the colors. So just keep your standing line, and just, there you go. It's going to be hard to do this without my hands getting in the way, but just bend a loop like that and put it behind the standing line. So maybe if I give the camera the old reach around here. Oh yeah. All right, and then so you got the loop and the line. And then just kind of figure out a weaving pattern. Think weaving pattern. And take your working end up under and around green line here. So we're weaving, right? Pull it through. And then one more time over top of the green. And if you notice, when I get done here, what you have is a perfect pretzel, like an over-under pattern pretzel. It's the same as if I made an over-under pretzel and then wove one line through it. Now, the cool part is that when you cinch this thing up, it's going to tumble, pull the pretzel line. It's going to tumble into this mess at first, but when it's done tumbling, kind of pull opposite lines like that. When it's done tumbling, you'll have a crown knot. And the ropes come off at right angles to each other. And when we were making the net, it took a while to figure out what the right lengths were and what the spacing was. And once we cinched it up, you know, we had to have the right amount of line in between. And that took a little finagling. But I always thought to myself, well, the lines, the working ends come off at perfect right angles. This has got to have a lot of applications, but apart from decorative, I don't see it used a whole lot. So most sailors only have a handful of knots that they use over and over again. Everything else is just for showing off. But I do really like this knot, and I wanted to show off the net because Dan and I worked on it together, and it was a fun project, and that footage was lost. So there it is, a Chinese crown knot and our fruit basket cargo net that we made using it. I'm going to see what kind of trouble we can get into while Dan is still gone. Below my foot is the hatch for the fuel tank. We have been talking about cutting open the fuel tank to clean it out since I've been down here. We have completely and utterly overthought this project. I am going to punch a hole through the gas tank and crudely hack a hole with a hacksaw. Well, as neatly as possible. Still probably be pretty crude. Yeah! Tank is heavy. Unless you're talking about the critter from Battle for Endor. That teak's pretty light.
Teak! Stay out of those pies and save some for tomorrow.
For the life of me, I cannot remember what Dan was talking about, why we had to stay close to that edge. And, so, screw it. I'm just going to cut it open. Fingers. Pretty thick aluminum. Really gonna take a long time. Just biting into my hand quite a bit. I could put gloves on, but I don't feel like doing that. I'm thinking it's gonna be a sawzall. Let's see if this doesn't just try to race all over the place. Oh shit, it's too freaking big. Damn it, Dan, why couldn't you have a normal hacksaw blade? Beat the shit out of everything.
Yeah, that's what Pa said he thought you were doing.
Yeah.
Because I think he's doing the tank.
It is, and I think I've beaten something up down there. It's attached to something.
It might have a cross member. It might be it's, you know what? It probably has a wall to prevent sloshing. So, right here, you can see it.
Yeah, I can see.
You can see the wall here.
This way.
So, cut that like that for now, because you already got it cut. It's already cut.
Yeah.
And I think what it is just a wall to prevent diesel from sloshing. So the plate probably has holes through it anyway.
Yeah.
That allows diesel to pass through it. But it's obviously...
Yeah. And then, but that being said, if that's there, I put that damn thing in the wrong spot. I put the hole in the wrong spot.
But what's going to have to happen either way, because if you... Wouldn't have mattered. You would cut a hole here, then you would have had to cut another hole over here to get to the other side. If that's the case, which I'm guessing it probably is it's got a...
Yeah.
So for now, just cut this tab, cut that tab, and then might open that up, open this side up, we'll make one big plate for the whole thing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I get you. Yeah.
I was going to say, you got a pair of pliers, I'll grab that while you cut the last bit.
Sure. Here, let me get the little... Yeah.
You got an angled side?
Yeah, it looks like...
No little diesel in it, but not
contours
much.
To the bilge. Go ahead.
Yep, that's exactly what it is. It's just a tank. Whoop.
Yep, you called it. Yep, it's an anti-slosher.
It's an anti-sloshing tank.
Which makes our hole smaller, but like you said, if we can bring it out.
See? Oh, I got a good shot of it. No, I had a better shot of it before you moved the light. There you go. Yeah. Ooh. Oh, there we go. Oh, it's a four-way fucking anti-slosher. It's got another baffle going that way.
It's thick aluminum on that, man. It's a pretty thick tank, actually.
Interesting tank.
It's a, 3/16, maybe even an
It's gonna be a
eighth
son of a bitch to clean up, that's for sure.
Yes, it is.
We'll just open this up a little more on each side equally. Deburr that edge.
Oh yeah, no.
And then like this piece, leave it. Because we can use this to anchor the plate to. Yeah, not what I expected. And
me neither.
not as bad as I expected either.
Right.
Not nearly as bad as I expected.
Yeah.
I expected it to be full of water and just a mess. But it's not. It's really not. And the diesel that's down there doesn't seem to be compromised other than the aluminum shavings in it.
Yeah, well, that was going to happen one way.
So I'm quite surprised, and it needed to happen, because now we'll have a nice access hole if anything does have to happen and we ever have to get in there again. We won't have to do this while we're out there.
Right.